All right, so someone writes in with a big question. You ready for this one?
I'm as ready as I know how to be.
Okay.
I'm going to sit like this, though.
Let me straighten my glasses.
Okay.
Why do we suffer?
You know, at the monastery where I trained, many people would come and ask that. And I always appreciated that my teacher would point out. Now, as you know, I trained in the Zen tradition, which can get a reputation for being a little bit harsh. So in the context I trained in, my teacher would say that, the Buddha would never address the why in the way that someone would tend to want to know the why. And specifically, she would talk about how in the Zen tradition, if a student came and asked a why question to the Zen master, they'd be thrown against the wall. You're fine. You can sit right here. But I certainly had the why question plenty, and I think it's important not just to write it off. It's valid that the mind wants to know why. I don't think we can know. I think the question why is helpful in that it reveals who's asking the question. We're not going to get. We're only going to be able to get an answer from inside the quality of mind that would ask a why question, and that will never fully be satisfied. And I think that's why the Buddha would redirect and say it's important to focus on how suffering happens, but not to ask why from the mind of the intellect. All that said, in my direct experience, I suffer when I perceive myself as separate from life. That's why do I perceive myself as separate from life? We could address it from the level of consciousness. There are many different ways we could explore that to give the mind a little something to chew on. But in this moment, it's seeming most important to underline that it only momentarily quiets the mind that wants to understand and know things, and can sometimes, and I think often, be a distraction from asking how and exploring the nature of things in our direct experience. So I don't tend to feed why a lot in myself.
Great, thanks very much.
Yeah, thank you.